Think Between Worlds podcast. My name is David.
I'm Derek.
And I'm Madison, your MC for the evening.
And we're here to talk about all the nerdy things on the internet, exploring different kinds of worlds. Derek, elaborate.
Think Between Worlds podcast. We are taking you between the pop culture worlds, the worlds of pop culture. This is video games, film, cinema, same thing, etc. We're going to be discussing them. You're here to listen to what we think. Eventually, we want to hear what you think. That is the Think Between Worlds podcast.
Yeah, we're huge nerds. We love video games. We love movies. We're huge geeks. We just want to talk about all the things that we love. And we've been doing it for years. We just realized, maybe somebody else might like to hear our opinions on things because we don't really hear our opinions coming from anybody else.
And the first big thing that we want to talk about is Smash.
Super Smash Brothers for the Switch.
5 MASH. Most likely Super Smash Brothers 5.
Yeah, probably.
But could be a port.
Yeah.
Other people speculated on that. No need to.
Yeah. But to begin this off, we have to talk about that reveal trailer. How fucking nuts was that?
Yeah, the apocalyptic Smash sphere.
Yeah, I love that comparison. I've been seeing everywhere. Villager comes out, little letter. He gets all excited, runs down the road.
You're invited to Smash, you cute little thing.
And then, and then fucking Inkling just, you are being indoctrinated into the Smash Brothers legacy.
The great cataclysm is upon you. Basically. But yes, we're going there. We're talking about Smash Bros. It's hot right now. It's the key word. Everyone's doing it.
To be fair,
we've
been talking about it a lot too.
Right.
So we figure get our thoughts out there because we haven't necessarily heard everyone talk about it.
We're going to take you to a very specific world. Hopefully a world you haven't been to. A world where we won't talk too much about characters, character wish lists, release dates, even though it's most likely coming. It's probably September.
Yeah, everyone's saying, "Oh, it's Christmas." No, it's summer. It's gonna probably come out around the time that Nintendo launches their big internet service.
Yeah, that's what
the paid internet service.
Yeah, plus with the fact that they had mentioned something about there being a full Smash game able to play at E3 this summer.
Yes, the huge tournament that they're talking about at E3. It's gonna be epic.
It's probably.
It's probably going to
select characters.
Yeah.
They're going to give them 5 characters to play as. You guys will get 3 hours to choose the character you like.
That's what I'd imagine they would do. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Now, a question for the both of you, because you're a lot bigger into this than I am. They talked about there being a Smash Bros. Tournament-esque sort of thing at E3. They also mentioned during the Direct that they also did the Smash reveal trailer and that they were doing an ARMS tournament. Do you think that they'd be doing other tournaments for other Switch games, most notably for Splatoon?
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure they're going to be doing that as well. Yeah, definitely.
They're going to do all their own kind of esports thing with all of the online titles or just the multiplayer titles in general.
Yeah, because the ARMS tournament's coming out, I think it was end of this month.
Right, end of April?
End of March, actually.
Oh, okay.
We're filming this at the last day of March. I think the tournament actually was live streamed yesterday for us.
Okay.
But the Splatoon one was the thing they announced, and they also announced the Smash Bros. Tournament. And I cannot tell you how excited I am to see all that E3 footage with all the new characters, all the new stages.
It's the horse they're betting on.
Yeah.
I bet. For E3, that's maybe Metroid Prime 4.
Nice play on words.
Yada yada. Yeah. But let's crack down on it. Let's smash into it, crack into it, whatever pun I can throw in here. I feel we should talk about, with our unique take on things that we think is unique, probably the UI, the balancing of the fighting, what we're hoping to feel when we pick up the controller, how we're hoping things are going to react to our inputs on screen. So I like balancing in UI. I don't hear a lot of people talk about that.
Well, a lot of people have mentioned in the past the whole thing with, the way everything worked in Melee was perfect. You had the wave dashing, all those special techniques you could do. And then, Sakurai came along and changed Brawl. So, you're random tripping, so you couldn't wave dash everywhere, which pissed a lot of people off. Thankfully, they took that out of Smash 4 and they just sort of streamlined it. I'm hoping that if they do anything, they make this new game like Smash 4 or Melee, something similar.
Yeah, 4 seems to be the bar.
Yeah,
to me, but to a lot of people from whatever.
Everyone's always talking about, whether it's going to be a reboot or a remake or something like that,
right.
like a new game or a port of the old one.
Probably same engine at least.
It's probably going to be a lot like Majora's Mask, where they
uses the assets.
Yeah, and just
add them around a little bit.
Add new characters, new stages.
Right.
Just make it generally new, but you don't have to throw away all the old assets every time you make a new game.
Correct. Days. Yeah. No need for a new engine, not yet. But hey, it's not uninvited. But I wouldn't say no to a completely new experience.
I wouldn't either, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
With the fact that they have been working, at least allegedly working on this game as long as they have, I would not be surprised if it was a complete rework from the ground up. New characters, new stages, new everything, and they even work on the more technical stuff like balancing issues and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, we know they're going to have some sort of a new character, new stage thing because of the fact that in the trailer we saw Champion Link from The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, which blew everyone's minds, including mine.
It implies, and that implies we're probably getting Odyssey Mario with Cappy.
Yeah,
we're going to get the modern versions, maybe the reskins.
Yeah,
they're going to be modernizing a lot of the characters, I hope.
Yeah, well, let's save the character discussion for a little later.
Everyone else has done the character thing.
Yeah, we're going to be doing that near the end.
Right. But to UI, a lot of what I want sounds kind of fantastic. Might not be achievable, but I'm actually I love Final Smashes.
Yeah.
I play with more competitive friends, and a lot of them are like, all right, no items, no Final Smashes.
Yeah.
Final Destination.
Both of us, Fox versus Falco, those types of people.
Yeah.
But I'm always like, I'm into the items, I'm into the Final Smashes. I like the idea of how can we change this, how can we evolve it. One, I really like the idea of almost burn meters from like traditional fighters or the modern fighters we're getting today, or where you take damage, you fill up a meter. Or you dole out the damage, you're going to build up a meter. And then you've achieved a final smash state in which you can then execute your final smash.
Okay, so it's kind of similar to what they did with, PlayStation All-Stars.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I like PS All-Stars.
It's not a bad game, but it's
not
Smash. A good game.
Yeah, it's just known as not Smash.
It was a stand-in for Smash while Smash was being worked on.
It wasn't balanced. Well, let's put it that way. But no, I like that idea. I just don't like the idea of completely getting rid of the Smash Ball. So maybe we could take your thing and turn it into a special mode.
A mode. I like that. You can't, don't. It's not broken. Don't fix it. You know? Everyone likes the way it's mostly been. So add in special mode, smash meter, or just building up to your smash. But ultimately, with my obsessions with these final cinematic, cool-looking final smashes, I like the idea of finally adding in that maybe in this special mode, perhaps, everybody can have their final smash. Mm-hmm. And you guys can clash smash, or you can do a fusion. Put it this way. Pretend you have particularly two characters from the same series. So you're playing as Link, your friend's playing as Ganondorf, and both of you have gotten a final smash ready.
Okay.
I love the idea if you guys executed it at the same time, but not if that's probably not going to work. If it weren't at the same time, I would have it be one of you executed it. The screen would go to slow-mo, and there'd be some sort of an indicator like, hello, player 2 or whoever, execute yours. And then you would go into a very unique clash smash. I'm thinking along the lines of clashing in like Injustice 2, where you can kind of gamble some of your burn meter, and the characters will smash together in a really unique dialogue, and they'll say really unique things together. And it's a very unique singular moment between the two. Yeah, so like you can pick an iconic moment from the game series if it's two characters that are sort of related.
So if you're doing like Link and Ganondorf, like Link
they can lock swords just like a Twilight Princess or something like that. And maybe you guys have to, the fear 3 letters. Maybe it's a QTE.
Yeah.
People probably aren't hot on that idea, but you guys can be like maniacally, and then one of you wins into an instant KO smash.
Okay.
So, or you could even have team double smashes. So let's put the brothers together, Mario and Luigi. You both have yours. Mario can shoot a fireball or a mega fireball, and Luigi can complement that. Maybe he can suck it up with his poltergeist and then spit a massive flamethrower.
That'd be kind of cool.
You're talking about combining Final Smashes,
basically,
like a team smash.
You could do a team smash, but I also like the Clash Smash. If say, you had Kirby and DDD. You both, one of you, like I say, if you can't match it up, I don't think doing it at the same time is productive. That's not balanced. I say if one of you did it, it gives the other player a chance. Like the action stops, camera pans over and zooms into the other person. Like do it, like rush lines. Hit the button. And then you get to like a unique cinematic moment between the two of you. So food starts raining down from the sky, piles up, becomes a pile of food, and both of you guys start sucking in the food, and eventually you have this battle. Kirby's like beginning to absorb DDD, and whoever's tapping B the fastest will eventually, suck their opponent in and then spit them out into a KO. Something cool like that.
That sounds pretty cool. Yeah,
this is wishful thinking. It's probably not.
That would definitely not be part of the main series because I think it'd be a little more difficult for those younger kids who don't really know what they're doing.
It'd probably be an extra thing, like how story mode sort of was.
It should be maybe its own mode. It's a special smash.
Special smash mode,
I don't know.
I had a problem with special smashes in the previous games where it's like this or this. You get the bunny hood or the metal thing. I'd like to have something where you can legitimately customize the kind of match you've got.
Yeah, I feel like kind of on that customization mode, sort of close and far smashes should be sort of a thing.
Like with Ryu. Yeah. So Ryu has this thing, for those of you who don't know, where if he's right up next to a person and he uses Final Smash, he does a Shoryuken, which gets that person and it's like an instant KO.
Yeah.
But if there's no one near him and he uses it, he uses a Super Hadouken, which
ranged attack.
It's a nice big wide attack and it goes pretty far. It'd be nice if other characters had maneuvers like that kind of thing.
As long as it feels right for them.
Right. Yeah. As long as it's appropriate.
Yeah, I like
like Link's Final Smash. Like Link's Final Smash. It's whoever's right in front of him, and that works for right in front of him to in front of him across the stage. It's anywhere in his line of sight.
Yeah.
So that would be a similar thing. You keep that. But people, maybe something like Peach would have, like her Final Smash. I can't stand it. The peaches fall down and everyone falls asleep.
Yeah.
Give me something good here, know? Even if she...
I mean, even though not a whole lot of regular casual fans really liked it, Super Princess Peach, which was just specifically for the DS.
Sexist! Sorry, what was that?
Even though, nobody really liked it because they kind of figured out that it was low-key sexism. One of her final smashes could be sort of based on that game.
Yeah, and everyone mentioned that when, after the game came out, give her like a rage attack or a tear attack. But the problem with that is that kind of messes up the balance, and I would love it if Peach has been pretty good. She hasn't had a lot of her own adventures.
Yeah.
But, maybe pull something out of Super Mario Brothers 2, or, have her go full Waluigi, who needs to be in Smash, by the way, and give her like a tennis racket or a golf club, like her side B, but make it like a super attack, something like that. A super smash.
No, I love that idea of two smashes.
Yeah, definitely.
And, I like them. And I know a lot of people like them, but they're not as neat as the uber cinematic ones. The mega forms. Wario became Super Wario. Charizard became Mega Charizard.
That's so
you can
lame.
keep those as one of them, but then if you're at a big distance, that could be your distance. But if you're nice and close, you can have a really cinematic, a traditional Final Smash.
Yeah.
I would love if Charizard's up close Final Smash with a seismic toss from the anime.
Yeah.
He grabs the dude, flies up, spins around the moon, and comes back down, slams him. That would be so cool.
I love Greninjas. It's very cinematic. And Captain Falcon's where he grabs you and throws you. Welcome to my world. Welcome. Yeah. It's very cinematic. I love that.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Sort of on the subject of lame things, one of the things I'm really hoping that doesn't end up happening in this new Smash game is duplicates.
Clones.
Sick and tired of clones. It's not even just
clones.
Not
they don't
even
work
just
anywhere.
Character clones and we have Pit and Dark Pit, but just characters whose moveset needs to be reworked as well.
In Geek World and Nerd World, there is no one word that is more feared than the word clone. It never works, except in the BBC show.
Orphan Black.
Orphan Black. That's a good clone. And then the Star Wars, the Clone Wars, and that's the show. It's pretty cool. But we're not taking you to that world. Of all the worlds we want to visit and the things we want to talk about, we are not going to Clone World. Except here right now, where we tell you,
here's my idea of the deal with clones.
Man.
Here's my idea. Look, there are going to be people out there who are like, no, Dark Pit's better than regular Pit.
Oh, yeah.
There are going to be people out there who like, Lucas is better than Ness. And to be fair, they do have their own merits. I'm not going to lie. The way they move, the way they maneuvers, they're balanced differently.
Yeah.
Just don't give them their own spot on the menu. Make them part of a sub-menu with the character. You've got Pit, you cycle through, you got the Dark Pit. Just like you have a Wii Fit Trainer having a male and female version.
Just like Villager has the 2 boys and the 2 girl skins.
Yeah, give us the thing. And you know what's great? You don't have to get rid of that particular, Dark Pit's moveset.
Right.
Keep that moveset attached to the Dark Pit and all of his skins.
Right.
Just don't give him his own spot.
Right.
It might be a little confusing for the kiddies, but to be fair, the kiddies aren't going to
They're not
worrying.
wave dashing.
They're not going to be worrying about the wave dashing and the fine tuning.
There's multiple audiences out here, trying to take it all.
The Dark Pit is 0.3 seconds faster than regular Pit. That kind of a thing. They're not going to care about that.
They're not doing tournaments. They're not doing speed runs. They're not doing competitive stuff.
And on that matter, if you're going to keep the clones, fix the ones that we need fixed. I want Ganondorf to be Ganondorf.
I was going to bring up the exact same thing.
Not Captain Falcon Plus.
Yes.
Okay. I want Mario to be Mario with Cappy along the lines with Link being Breath of the Wild Link.
Mario and Cappy.
Keep Toon Link to have the regular Link moveset, but then have, regular Link be Breath of the Wild Link. And you can have that old moveset with Toon Link. Yeah, the special bombs, you have Magnesis maybe, something like that. Okay, and then, for the love of God, if you really like how Mario moveset works with Flood and everything, give it to Dr. Mario, something like that, Have a secondary Mario character that's different moves than Mario.
I agree.
I feel like they just need to rework the whole menus in general.
Yeah, they do. Oh my God.
Well, I was going to go. We were sort of half into UI and half into, you should kind of create a banner, put these people under, stack them. Don't give them their own spaces. Yeah. What do you guys think about just skins?
I'm fine with...
Isn't it time to ditch color swaps and finally just do skins?
There's a few color swaps. Like the purple Charizard's a little weird.
Yeah.
The lime green tail on
characters
Mewtwo's
get a color
weird.
swap.
It would be nice if they had proper... Maybe not color swaps, but like just different skins. Yeah,
I'm for skins, but not over the top like Capcom level skins like they'll put in their games like Street Fighter.
Yeah.
By the way, people, trademark Injustice 2 and Street Fighter and Capcom, they do not belong.
Please don't sue us.
Don't sue us, please.
Smash Brothers, Nintendo, please don't sue us.
IP of Nintendo, Kyoto Japan, right to them. We do not own these properties. It's their IP. But I like skins, say, for instance, Mega Man.
Kid Icarus, to you.
Whatever we've mentioned. Oh my gosh, we're going to have to go through a billion TNs.
I know, that's going to be like a 20-minute outro sequence.
Right.
This belongs to this person.
Right. But I like a good instance or a good example is Mega Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. They already had the assets in there from his final Smash of like every Mega Man model ever.
Yeah, NT Warrior, EXE,
why couldn't we switch to exactly, Legends Mega Man, Mega Man X.
Skin set,
Right, because they sort of had it, like you were saying, like a couple Wii Fit Trainer had male, female, and then Cloud had was it Advent Children? Or...
Yeah, they had his regular one.
Movie Cloud and the original
and there
Cloud
was 8 for each of them. And
the Koopalings were all under Bowser Jr.
Yeah, and the worst perpetrator for this thing was freaking Little Mac. He had 16 skins.
He had unique skins,
He had 8 for his regular outfit.
You're telling me
8 for the
you can't give Samus a unique suit that isn't the color swap. You can't actually give her the dark suit, light suit, so on and so forth.
They had the fusion coloring.
They had gravity suit.
They had the gravity suit coloring.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like...
It usually looks the same as the various
suit, though. But it wasn't the suit.
Yeah.
It wasn't
I got it. So I'm all
It'd be
for
nice.
skins. But on that UI, this is the nerd, the geek OCD killing me here.
God,
I'm gonna let you do UI, and then I want to come back to skins and stuff because I just thought of something. So go ahead.
But could they not lump or group characters by series post DLC?
Oh yeah,
that
goes into
so
menu
bad.
too.
Oh,
Yeah.
the 3DS had it. The 3DS had it.
Yeah. Well, the 3DS had a version of it. It was like, here's the guys that are in the game naturally. Click an arrow and you go over, and it's here's the DLC
stuff,
characters.
Yeah.
But that's just because the 3DS screen is so damn small. But then the Wii U just had all the DLC at the bottom row.
Mm-hmm.
No. Put your characters with your fucking characters series. I look at Ness, where's Lucas? I look at the Pokemon, where's Mewtwo?
Hey, Roy and Corrin, Mewtwo,
Bottom right corner,
Shouldn't Corrin be up here with Ike and Barf?
Put your dudes with your dudes.
Yeah. I thought they were going to patch that, and they never came around to getting that patch out to finally fix the UI.
So annoying.
But
and speaking of that, like, you got the whole thing with the starting menu.
Yeah.
It opens up. You've got the Smash option, and then you've got Smash Run or what was the one for the 3DS? Smash Tour. Oh, sorry, for the that was the Wii U one. Smash Tour for the Wii U and Smash Run for the 3DS.
Yeah.
And they had those two options there, and then Games and More is where you do the main thing with single player.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, no, Games and More. The game is a game.
Yeah.
We can Games and More. No, just streamline it. It was so streamlined with the first two games, 64 and Melee.
Yeah.
It was so good. And then Brawl they threw logic out the window with their menus. I don't mind having the Smash thing be an option on that opening menu.
Right.
But then just have, Smash as a quick option.
Right.
And then you've got first player, one player mode, 2-player mode, and then you have, trophies, options, that kind of a thing. Just have it there all on the main screen. And bring it to sub-menus. I love sub-menus, which is why I'm so excited about my idea to have Dark Pit and Regular Pit under the same
just have them as skins instead.
Sub-menus.
Hell,
it'd be nice if we could even customize our own menus, to be honest. I would love to put all my Fire Emblem characters under one little thing.
A dream, to be honest.
Click Fire Emblem,
like
and
trophy.
it opens up.
Almost like trophies.
It opens up, and it's like open up 9 little pictures of whoever is in the game.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Wishful thinking.
Definitely.
It's not exactly broken. This is us nitpicking.
Yeah, like the menus aren't
true, but
broken. They're just an inconvenience a lot of the time.
There's stuff I don't even know exists because there are so many sub. Like, go to Games and More. Ooh, opens it up 15 things. Oh, well, I will click on trophies. Trophies. Would you like to buy this, that, do trophy rush? Look at your trophies. And then you would click another one and then go to 15 more sub menus. And you'd be like, oh my God.
Like, I love sub
Where are the options?
But make them make sense. That's all I'm saying. Put some logic. Put some logic behind your thing. But you wanted to get back to something else. What was that?
We were talking about skins and stacking and stuff like that. The question I had thought of was Miis and Amiibos.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think that Mii stuff is going to be put back in the game? Do you think it's going to return at all? Because to be perfectly honest, I'm one of those people who kind of thought they were useless. I didn't really like the Mii stuff.
I love the Miis. I loved being myself. And
speaking of skins, like she said, we can customize them and put the helmets on.
Yeah.
He can make them Heihachi from Tekken.
I made myself into, it was my Mii.
Yeah.
I was wearing a top hat, had a purple suit, and I had the arm gun thing.
Yeah.
And it was fun, and I put that into my little Mii amiibo.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever I went to a friend's house, I'd tap it on there and play it. But then you've got people who have these great stories, like our friend Ethan. He was playing with the Mii of Nicolas Cage. And it was like the first day they were playing
release
Smash.
Day.
Yeah.
We were doing the 3DS,
Yeah, and
we didn't know about the item that there was a beehive.
Yeah.
Threw the beehive at the Mii cage, and we all just started yelling, "Not the bees! Not the bees!" Yeah. They provide magical moments.
Moments like that. But there's a problem.
Yeah.
There's a huge problem. The Switch has no Miiverse.
No Miiverse, Mii Network.
There's
we can
no
make
Mii community. We can make Miis, but what's the point of making them?
They're not relevant to the Switch era at this time.
At least not yet.
Yeah.
It's possible that E3 might announce when it might be announced during E3 Miiverse might make some return in some shape, fashion,
because of the paid internet.
Because
yeah,
of the internet
sure.
stuff, yeah.
But the thing is that I just don't see the Miis in the current climate coming back as a character.
Right.
And as much as I love them, and as much as I loved having all my characters, Billy May is going out there. Billy May's here.
Right.
Bob Ross is a sword
I feel
fighter.
like I'm not I feel like I'm not in the minority here. I feel like people liked the Mii stuff, but at the same time,
you couldn't really have a serious competition.
Yeah, they
people playing with
didn't
them.
care. They're not going to care if they disappear from the
Right.
roster entirely.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would miss them, of course, but there are people out there who just like, who the hell cares?
Okay, I know we talked about not wanting to do roster stuff and like dream characters to see in Smash, but
I figured we were going to.
I kind of want to talk about it anyway.
Well, one more UI thing.
Yeah.
And this is a quick 10-second thing. Can we get HUDless Smash?
Oh yes!
Wouldn't that be neat? Just
That
turn off the
would be
character
fun.
portraits, the names, and the percentages, and just play it by eye.
That would be beautiful.
You figure I've been hit about 200 times now. Surely I'm going to be flying up the stage here
I'm
in a
fine.
second.
They've got kind of that. You can turn
It
off
could be
the
a special
percentages
mode.
and stuff.
Yeah,
But it still keeps the pictures.
Yeah,
of your people.
but like
Because
if
you
it
can't get rid of
was
that portrait. I've tried
just
everything.
the characters and
Show off the art
the
style.
Just like the way you play Breath of the Wild. You turn off.
I
all
play
the
any
stuff.
game once I get a hold of a game. I'll just
Yeah.
because sometimes it uglies up the
it just feels
Witcher 3 is
Me personally,
beautiful.
bad,
Feature
yeah.
person off.
I love having the HUD up because I like to know how close to death I am. But like,
I like it either way, to be honest. But yeah, to be
It
able
would
to see
be-
it without all the clutter on the screen
Yeah.
would definitely be cool.
Yeah. Speaking of clutter, one more thing before we get to characters. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
We vowed we'd hold the characters off.
Yeah.
And when we got to it, do it quickly. And not...
Yeah, one more thing before you get there. There's been this thing that's been bothering me about the Smash 4 game and the 3DS version, the whole thing.
Go ahead.
The thing is every level of in some way has their own stage hazards.
Right.
And, you can turn them off by going to Omega mode.
Right.
But the problem is that just makes the level a flat, barren, lifeless thing.
Right.
I want to play those original levels that they created, but just be able to turn off the stage hazards and just have fun with my friends.
Right.
I'd love to play, say, Mega Man, Dr. Wily's Castle.
Right.
And not have the Yellow Devil dominate all of my time
Yeah.
and kill everybody on the stage just by moving around.
But you don't want it to be like just a wide, flat, where nothing's happening.
I like to have
the little platforms that are rotating
platforms on the
and
sides
stuff.
that appear and stuff.
Yeah.
I agree.
I'd love to play the Xenoblade Chronicles one, and not have Metal Face come in and destroy half the level.
Yeah.
Give me a break. I'd love to play
Something
the Metroid one and not have
Yeah.
Ridley come attack.
Yeah.
Or you Star Fox the Assault, like you're moving through space and you're doing all the light speed rushes and you're going through I think it's based off of Star Fox Assault, I'm to assume.
Yeah, I think so.
Right,
Something
but
like that,
minus the ships coming in and shooting you, or
Yeah.
things like that, or the ship crashing and exploding. But
have
keep them exciting. Don't make them boring.
When
you go Omega,
or just don't make them inconvenient.
Yeah.
Make them exciting, but don't make it inconvenient.
Speaking of which, bring back Pokefloats.
Okay. Yeah.
That was a fun level for Melee, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Speaking of, I guess, stages, we'll get to. I guess we'll go to characters.
Yeah.
Shoot, why not?
Okay, let's get our characters out of the way.
Let's do it.
All right.
Three.
Let's do 3 characters each.
But we're not, we're doing
Yeah.
3 each because YouTube is absolutely flooded with
It's not exactly been untapped. It's a full
Yeah.
it's a full corner. You don't need to go there for long.
Tons of people have their top 10 lists.
Yeah, and
But
most
the
of them are
problem-
fine up until they get to like
top
the top
three,
three,
and then
yeah.
they get ridiculous with it, and it just kills the whole video.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me some examples.
Oh, I've seen it goes really well, it goes swimmingly, and you're like, these are great ideas. All right, people, top 3. Number 3, Batman.
Or Shrek.
Or
Goku.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there like, you just lost all credibility. Like,
Yeah.
I get it would be fun. I completely agree. But that'd be so neat.
Like some of those
To
characters, some of them do have background on Nintendo.
Yeah.
Consoles,
But keep your dudes that you're putting in your video
IP exclusive, first party IP. You can have some third party.
You can put third party as your number 1, your number 2, your number 3, number 4, number 5. It doesn't matter as long as it has some basis for being a thing.
Yeah.
And as long as you keep it to characters who were created in video games first.
Yeah. So Snake's
keep
okay.
movie characters out.
Yeah, Snake makes
he
sense.
started on
Some
Nintendo.
TV characters.
Yeah.
Give me video game characters, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know, Goku could never work. He came from a manga and then an anime
and
then a video game.
Yeah.
So we
It'd
don't.
be neat.
You know, it would be fun.
I want Nintendo
personally.
first.
Yeah, I want actual video game
family.
characters.
I would love to mod my own game and have Goku in there.
Yeah.
But he does not need to be an official release for Nintendo.
Yeah.
That's a Project M know, kind of thing. Or custom internet kind of.
Yeah, I get you.
But with that being said,
who wants to go first for the top 3?
I'll go.
All right.
And funny enough, my number 1, just so that I couldn't stop thinking about it, and I mean he's third party, so I'm going back on my word here, but history with Nintendo started on Nintendo, was basically a Nintendo character. I'm going to the Mega Man I'd go with Proto Man.
Okay.
And Derek, you can make him a skin of Mega Man, and I say no because he's shield based.
Yeah.
He's very much a shield based character. He can forward B and surf on his shield.
Do we have a more shield based character in Smash?
I don't think we do.
Nope.
He can be very unique like
that'd be great then. Yeah.
It would be awesome.
Pressing B, he could spin his shield around him almost magnetically, or do something to throw the shield outward and bounce. Actually, I think Palutena has a move where she sends out double light shields on the side of her.
That's Pit, actually. He has 2 shields.
Yeah. Right.
She has a barrier she shoots out one direction in front of her, but that's not...
I'm thinking that's how he'd use his shield. He'd just like bonk and it just...
But the thing is, I'm picturing him. I'm picturing him throw it kind of like a boomerang.
I'd have it.
It throws out and then it comes back to him.
Yeah, that'd be neat, but it's not exactly circular. So I'm seeing like a shield wall. He just throws it. It's straight up and it goes out and it bounces the character away from you.
Yeah.
Or he could do a shield charge, even
things like that.
Surf on the shield. Yeah.
2, I have to go. Technically, he's somewhere between third and first party because he started off as a timed Nintendo exclusive Wii U, and a lot of people want him. It's Shovel Knight.
Oh, dude,
I
gotta go with Shovel Knight.
Everyone wants Shovel
He's basically a Nintendo character.
When they made the amiibo, everybody was like, "Oh, he's going to be in the Wii U Smash," and they never ended up doing it.
And his moveset speaks for itself. Well, there's so many things you can do with it. I don't need to go into moveset, but I like the idea of him being 8-bit.
8-bit.
Okay,
like a Game & Watch style character. We need more 8-bit or 16-bit characters.
Yeah.
The problem is that the only people who are 8-bit or like that is Game & Watch. Everyone else is a 3D model. And hell, even Game & Watch has a 3D model because he's flat, but he still has depth to him. He's like half an inch thick.
Technically, yeah.
So,
and Duck Hunt Dog was 3D. They didn't crap out on that.
Yeah.
No.
So
but they do
3D.
8-bit with Duck Hunt Dog at some point.
The wild gunman bits.
He's on the stage.
Yeah.
And if any character doesn't make it, I like the idea of putting characters on stages.
Yeah.
Assist trophies are neat. Keep assist trophies.
Yeah.
But maybe get rid of bosses and bring characters into the background, or they run through the stage. They might do something unique. They might interact with you. They might either give you a boost or they could attack you. So a bonus, maybe instead of doing our class smash, you're one character from the series on your own stage. The person or the characters involved on the stage might come to help you because you're their friend. They would team up with you if you're leading.
Kind of like that Birdman thing on that NES stage.
Yeah.
Okay, the first person to touch it gets them to join your team.
Yeah. So if Yellow Devil is giving you hell, pun intended. And you don't like a lot of people have trouble with Yellow Devil because it's just you bouncing around for 5 minutes.
It takes forever to kill him too. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
He's so big as well. The boss characters are neat, but they're just too massive. So I say, hey, heck, any characters that don't make it, just bring them onto a stage. But back to my top 3.
You got one more.
Yeah, I think just because it's coming to mind, because everyone wants their top 20.
Yeah.
It's coming immediately to mind because I'm actually playing Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I would probably include Rex.
Okay.
I'm not sure keep Shulk or replace him with Rex. Shulk's different. He has a different blade.
He does,
he has the Monado.
Monado, and it has a special ability where he can change his own stats.
He's a very specialized character.
Yeah,
this is going to sound really stupid, but is Shulk from Xenoblade?
Yes. He's from Xenoblade Chronicles 1.
Oh, you're so sweet.
He's pretty anime swordsman. And then I want to bring in pretty anime
I feel like that's a lot of the...
I feel like Rex will show up and Shulk will be in the background saying, I'm really feeling it. Which is his catchphrase.
Yeah.
And then Rex is like, well, we will beat them with the power of friendship. But yeah, not just Rex. I say bring back the duo characters. I would actually like Rex and Pyra, who is his blade, who powers him up from behind, or tags along with him.
Yeah, and Xenoblade.
That's how the combat works in their game.
Yeah.
Right.
Translate that to Smash.
I think maybe not have Ice Climber-esque kind of thing. I would have Pyra in the background, like Pokemon Trainer was in Brawl.
Yeah.
Cheering you on the background.
Like Pokemon, yeah. So in the foreground, they always had a little platform for her to be like, maybe you could add
she's just holding her hand out, shooting power to your blade.
Yeah. I like specialized characters that have like their meters, because I was talking about meters earlier.
Yeah.
I love how specialized like Mac is. He builds up to a KO meter.
Yeah.
Who else has a meter? I know Wario, technically, he gets more and more gassy as the match goes on.
Technically, Cloud does with his limit break, but it's not. It's not on the UI. It's part of him. You have to push down.
I love specialized characters. They need to try to find characters that have a what do I want to call them? Perks.
Yeah.
Their passive abilities.
Yeah.
That each character or some specialized characters have. Like Lucario gets more powerful relative to his damage he's taking. I love things like that. They ought to add that to either new characters or existing characters.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be too bad.
Regarding characters,
all right. So
let's go to David over here.
All right, my top 3. I kind of like. I would love to see Banjo-Kazooie. I really would. There's a problem though. Microsoft owns Rare. And I can guarantee that if Microsoft gave Nintendo permission to put Banjo in the game,
give us Mario.
There would be some kind of a quid pro quo thing going on.
It's a red room situation.
It would be bad.
Yeah.
It would be something that Nintendo would not want to agree to.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, as much as I would love Banjo, you know where I'm going with this. Ukulele. We gotta put Ukulele in the game.
I mean, yeah.
He's got tons of power because he can absorb the different fruits around the land and shoot out fire, ice, water, the whole thing.
Yeah.
He's got the sonar attacks with the bat. He can fly a little bit with Lele.
Yeah.
You know, he's a well-rounded character, very similar to Banjo-Kazooie, except
it's a lizard and a bat.
Well, but the main thing is that, you know, the actual, the person carrying
the dynamic of it, yeah.
Well, because if you watch Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo doesn't do a thing.
Right.
Kazooie does everything.
Right.
Yuka actually does stuff, and so does Lele.
Yeah.
So that'd be cool.
The preferred version's also Switch, so it's very pro Nintendo.
Oh, yeah. The version that company actually made was the Switch version. They just pawned off the rest of the other consoles.
But it was just started off in Wii U, and then such and such happened, and we're gonna take it on over to Switch development.
I getcha.
I mentioned this a little bit earlier. I'd love to have Cappy and Mario in the game.
Please.
You had the reveal trailer where you saw Champion Link, but you saw Mario and it was just Mario.
I want all
there was no
Cappy.
eyes for Cappy. I want Cappy. I really do.
New moveset.
New moveset. It is time for Mario to move on from Flood, to move on from the spin attack and the fireballs. I want Odyssey Mario along with Breath of the Wild Link and the whole thing. I want those changes.
I would love it.
I want Ganondorf to be Ganondorf.
Not just a Captain Falcon.
You should actually have a sword, for God's sake. Or
sword.
More magic.
Or give us Toon Ganondorf, and the whole thing.
Toonify them.
Yeah.
Give us Tetra while you're at it.
Tetra while you're at it. I want those changes to be in there. And if you like the way they play originally, have alternate skins.
A reskin, yeah.
Like I mentioned before, stacked underneath the character you can switch to.
Yeah.
It'd be perfect. Alternatively, I want something that, to be fair, this game didn't get a lot of press. It really didn't. There was a lot of stuff out there for it, but it didn't get a lot of fans. And that's very sad. I want Springman. Springman or somebody else from ARMS.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, it's a rival fighting game, and I'm sure they'd love that.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a rival fighting game. It would be support.
It's a contemporary fighting
It would be support
Yeah.
because you know that anyone who gets put in Smash gets a comeback. I mean, look at Kid Icarus. Kid Icarus Uprising wouldn't have happened if they didn't put Pit in Smash.
It's the king
That's
game.
how it works.
Anyone that makes it into Smash either gets a revival or their own game comes along soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm looking. You put Springman or Ribbon Girl or Min or anybody from the game,
Really?
Helix even,
All the characters are great.
into Smash. You put one of them in there. They have alternate skins to be different people.
Yeah.
It'd be awesome.
Skin 'em, yeah.
And then ARMS will be a popular game.
Yeah.
At least for a little
Because
while.
it wasn't.
People
it
are like,
wasn't,
oh, this guy's fun. Where did he come from?
It wasn't even the fact that ARMS wasn't popular. It's just I don't know what it was.
Didn't take
it just
off.
didn't take off. Yeah.
It's a fun fighting game. I love playing it.
I just don't think it. I don't know. That's a whole other episode.
That's
on
a
its own,
bag.
right?
That's a can of worms
One
right
of these
there.
days.
Yeah, just what should have been the launch.
We'll
titles
talk about
for
the
certain
legs
things.
that arms was missing. Apparently. Yes.
Actually, the ARM sequel.
While
legs.
we're at characters, we ought to just add every mascot from every failed franchise ever to Smash.
That'd be fun.
Reenact the great Smash Wars of the mascot wars of 1993, 91 to 93, where every system tried.
We
have Sonic and Mario.
We've got Sonic, Mario.
Let's add Bubsy.
No,
let's add
fuck
Gex,
your Bubsy.
Croc.
My top pick
Change it
on that note,
over to MC.
Crash Bandicoot.
That's true.
I would love
his games
to see Crash
are
Bandicoot.
coming to Switch. His games are
coming
coming to
relations
Switch.
to Nintendo now.
Yeah,
adding a game
he
for
just had a
gamers.
remaster. He's gonna be on the Switch. He'd have a really cool move set. I'll tell you that for sure.
Yeah, no one else has that constant spinning like Luigi or Dr. Mario.
He can wear the mask. He can wear the I forget the mask character's name, but his final smashes. He could put that.
Yeah,
he could put that mask.
Yeah, it'd be awesome, dude.
Deflects everybody.
I'd love
it. Yeah.
So he'd be kind of like Supersonic in that way.
Yeah.
Or Pikachu.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, fix Pikachu's Final Smash. Continue.
Anyways, my second one, and kind of on your guys' notes of more indie titles.
Oh, definitely.
Anybody.
More indies.
Anybody from Undertale. Anybody from Undertale. I know neither of you have played it, but that game
I'm good.
has absolutely stolen my heart and stolen so many other people's hearts. And it's getting a port onto the Switch.
Makes sense.
Eventually.
Like,
I think that was just sass when it's like coming probably soon.
Yeah.
They know the date.
That game's very, very meta.
It can't be that hard to port that over to the Switch, to be honest.
Not at all.
But like,
I mean, it's basically Earthbound.
What I wouldn't give to hear Bone Trousel as a final smash, I would absolutely die. I would die. I'd love it.
I have no idea what she said.
Would you keep him 8-bit? Well, obviously, right?
I feel like I would personally, yeah.
Hold on. Would you keep them 8-bit or would you make them more Game & Watchy, where they're flat, but like almost like Paper Mario,
like a quartered.
I kind of like. Okay, if you say like Paper Mario, I kind of think that would be a cool style. Because I've seen 3D renderings of Sans and Papyrus, who are the two main skeletons.
Yeah.
I don't like how they look in 3D, at all. So I think either a Paper Mario-esque sort of look to it, or, just keep them 8-bit.
Okay.
That, I think, would be the best way to port them into a Switch game, or a Smash game.
All right.
On Switch.
Yeah, on Switch.
And finally,
my
third one?
final one?
Drum roll.
I want a better Animal Crossing character.
But we have Villager.
Yes, and I actually kind of like Villager's moveset.
And he will steal your soul.
Right.
Yes. But
Those eyes.
Want, to me personally, Animal Crossing is very near and dear to me. And I know that I'm not the only one that feels like that. But I want someone other than just a villager. I want Isabelle, or I want Mabel or Sable, or I want
Tom Nook.
And
all of his moves
they're all money based.
Stealing your money.
To death.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beating you to death with the bell bags.
B is telling you don't have enough bells.
Yes. You have to work for me to pay off your home loan.
He's like shooting bells at you.
Yes. His final smash is dropping a house on you.
He never wastes bells by throwing them at you.
No, you have to pay him back.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Whatever bells you collect, you have to pay him back.
Yeah.
That's how he's doing damage to you.
They can expand the Animal Crossing repertoire for sure.
Yeah,
like I said, I like the villagers moveset now. I like the bee. I like being able to throw the beehive. I like the little gyroid rocket. Those are really cool. But I feel like if you brought someone in who has a more recognizable face, Isabelle or Tom Nook or Lottie or her brother, who I can't remember the name of, those would draw in a lot more people, I feel.
Okay.
Yeah, with that,
I think that about sums it up.
Yeah,
that took up
more
the last
specialized
little bit of our time.
There is one more thing I like to mention because I've mentioned a few times to these guys, and I keep forgetting to bring it up. Amiibo.
Yeah.
There is a thing with Amiibo that needs to be done now that they've added Inklings into the game.
Okay.
I'm talking about taking your Amiibo of your Inkling characters,
Right.
saving your clothing from Splatoon or Splatoon 2 onto your Amiibo,
right.
transferring that to your Inkling in Smash.
Oh,
from
God,
a source game, you take it over and transfer it
It
using your
would
Amiibo.
be so difficult
Everyone-
for
Oh,
the
yeah.
game
That's
to
a
have every bit of
fever
clothing.
dream, yeah.
But how cool would it be?
That'd be really neat.
It just takes it from your Amiibo. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the thing is, they have to render all the different clothing
You're right,
and
and-
all the
right.
different styles.
And they have to be able to work out that middle system of the Amiibo
You know,
itself.
and I'm
That's
not
a-
even
that's a
sure.
lot of work.
I'm not even sure the Inklings are going to work with their ink attacks. Is it going to cover the stage? Is it going to coat people in ink?
We'll have to wait.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and find out.
That'll be really interesting.
I'm sure there'll be
to
things
see.
else to be specialized, but
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
one on my final last thoughts. Would it be too much? Would it kill them to make your characters? Could you be able to redirect midair the direction you're facing?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that kind of the
That'd
balancing
be
stuff.
nice.
Yeah,
That's all I ask. If
Yeah.
I can get one thing out of
I
five
mean,
Mash,
I mean,
Smash five.
stop
You can
it.
change the S to a 5. I'm telling you.
It's just no one's going to do
What's
that.
I'm sure. Oh, okay. Well, then hashtag it now because it starts here.
Come on.
No, but
Does
I'm
anyone else
serious.
remember
I just
Fantastic?
I hate falling and not being able to.
We
Yeah.
all remember Fan Four Stick, and it was terrible. So shut up.
Well, they kind of do it for Smash 4. It's like Smash 4, but it's
Yeah.
double play on the
Force.
wording for 3DS, for
Yeah.
the Wii U.
Yeah.
So I figured, like, will the 5 be the S in
Mhm.
Smash? But yeah, I genuinely want to redirect midair.
Yeah,
I
'cause-
mean, you kind of can do. You can attack in backwards direction.
You could do a backwards A or whatever.
I don't think you can turn around. No.
And you're prone to missing, and the timing can be off. It'd just be nice by the time you land, you could just instantly start attacking.
Hey, how about you
Right.
just get good?
Yeah, I could
Now
suck.
I tried to say shut up.
But that's all I want.
Jesus.
That's all I want. Is redirect midair.
Yeah.
Also,
Alright.
to not maybe be left completely helpless post second jump, even more helpless post third
Yeah.
jump, where you're just blinking
Yeah.
and falling to your
Yeah.
death.
I get you.
I just meant to add the challenge. You need to think carefully about what you're about to do. But
Yeah.
I've never liked that, and I've
Yeah, I
wondered how they
get you.
can balance that. But
Yeah,
that's all I'm really thinking in terms of balance.
I get you.
Get good.
Get good, scrub.
All right. So I've had my final thought. You've had your final thought.
MC.
Any final thoughts for you?
This was a great first episode.
Yay!
We did awesome.
First
You asked us the right questions, kept us
episode.
on
Yeah.
track.
All right.
Well, to close out once again, I'm Madison, the MC for the evening.
I'm David.
I'm Derek. I guess we don't have subtitles.
We don't know. We're just the hosts of the Think Between Worlds podcast.
We'd like to hear.
Your thoughts on everything
Right.
we talked
Yeah,
about today.
definitely.
Speaking of subtitles, like I said, do you think the game might have a subtitle? Not just
Ooh.
Super Smash Brothers, but
Oh, yeah.
Super Smash Brothers KO, Super Smash Brothers Knockout, because we've had Melee, we've had
That
Brawl.
brawl. Yeah.
Is it time for a subtitle again?
I think it's just gonna be regular old Super Smash. They're gonna just
A rebranding.
rebrand it,
Yeah.
kind of like
Yeah.
they did with like those Final Destination movies. They had 1 through 5
revival.
or whatever it was,
Yeah.
and then it was just Final Destination again.
Same with God of
So-
War about to come out for the
Yeah.
PlayStation. It's just called God of War.
Yeah, even though it's
Yeah.
not
It's the
original
fourth
God of
one of
War,
Soft
yeah.
Reaper. But yes, subtitles, an interesting thought for
Yeah.
any listeners out there
Because I think
thinking of a
they
cool
didn't
name
have-
for it.
They didn't have a subtitle on the trailer for the Inklings. So
Yeah.
Right.
I don't
Just Super
think that they're
Smash
going to have a
Brothers.
subtitle for the game. If they do, we'll find out at E3.
Right.
Yeah.
So Derek, David, Madison, the MC,
Yeah.
keeping us on track here. We have an email set up.
So yeah, we have an email. It's thinkbetweenworlds@gmail.com. Feel free to shoot us any questions there, any questions, comments, concerns. Feel free to rate us on iTunes and do all those things on your whatever podcast app you're currently using. And we also have a Twitter. Feel free to tweet at us. That's at T Between Worlds. That's a letter T with a T sound, like taco.
That is
And-
something that the MC is pretty much always logged into. So again, questions, comments, concerns,
Yeah.
any sort of nicely worded critiquing.
Yeah, if you guys have a positive or a negative comment, we'll be happy to hear it and respond politely because we're not a-holes.
Right. we
Basically.
hope not.
Just again in a couple weeks, our next
Gonna be talking about
episode?
Breath of the Wild.
Yep,
A little
Legend of
late.
Zelda. A little bit late, but
But we just love the game so much, and I recently beat it for the first time, so
Yeah.
it's on the brain.
Excellent.
Yeah.
We talk about more wishful thinking, what we hope, what it could have been, but there's a lot that's brilliant about it.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you guys have any suggestions about what you guys want us to talk about in that podcast,
any worlds you want to go to, we can take you to.
Any places you want to talk about, any movies or video games.
Yeah, we don't
Send us a
just
message.
do video games. That's the big thing.
That's right. We also plan on doing movies. In fact, we'll be touching upon something a little later in the year.
You won't be waiting an infinite amount of time.
Yeah, and we won't be warring with anyone.
Yes, it'll be quite the gauntlet.
Yes.
Of opinions.
Yes. Someone might have to avenge us for making these bad puns.
Perhaps, right. But yes, thank you for listening to the Think Between Worlds podcast, where one world is just never enough. So many things to talk about, so little time. You're here to hear what we're thinking. We eventually want to hear what you're thinking. Thank you so much once again for listening to this podcast.
Have a good night.
See you later.
The Think Between Worlds podcast was created by David Kennedy-Farner and Derek Dillon. It is hosted by David Kennedy-Farner and Derek Dillon. It is edited by David Kennedy-Farner, and it is produced by David Kennedy-Farner, Derek Dillon, and Madison Sneddon. Music by Kevin MacLeod from Incomptech.com, and cover art by Davy Jones. Thank you all so much for listening, and we'll see you in the next world.